Hi guys, Charlie here from Christmas on Crestline. Thanks for tuning in. So it's the off season right now, and you're probably doing right now what I'm going to be doing later today, and that is searching the internet for new and cool Christmas props and Christmas displays to use in my show next season, because it's always about what we're going to do next season. So today we're going to talk about my 5-foot 1/8-inch steel 75-pound Christmas star. If this is your first time watching one of our Christmas on Crestline episodes, don't forget to subscribe. We're going to teach you a lot about how to hang lights, how to store lights, how to program a light show, what it takes to build large Christmas props for your computerized Christmas light show or for your static Christmas display. So if you're interested in how we do our show, or if you just like Christmas stuff, don't forget to subscribe. Every Christmas display, whether you run a computerized Christmas light show like we do, or if you just throw a few strands up on your house, or if you have a large scale display, you just don't animate it. Either way, you need focal points in your show. For us, our two biggest focal points are our Santa's Workshop, which is about an 8x8 by 6 foot tall shed that we custom built to be turned into Santa's Workshop. We did a video about that last year. You guys can go back and check that out if you're interested in how we built that. This is our second, probably largest prop. It weighs about 75 pounds and it's 1/8-inch gauge steel. So this goes on our roof. Here in Kansas, we get monstrous winds. You know, the wind comes right down out of the Rockies. Kansas is a flat plain, and we just get horrendous winds here. We usually average about 25-mile-an-hour winds in the fall and in the winter. I wanted something on top of our roof that was of no danger of getting blown off. So I knew I wanted something of some decent weight. This weighs about 75 pounds, and I put sandbags on the back here to secure it. But I knew I wanted a Christmas star, and I wanted a large star. For this, it stands about 5'1", about 5'2". And we have the holes cut out here for the lights. Now what we do is we put C7 lights in here, and originally I thought I'd use a drop down system, which is why these are kind of teardropped in here. You see it right there. What I found out is these holes were perfectly cut to have a C7 go in and the bulb screw on the other side. And I'll show you that here in a minute. Actually, I'll put a video up of that. Hopefully it's showing for you right now. But these are just perfect to screw in here, and the drop down I did not need. Originally I thought I would just drop it down and it would stay insecure here, but the holes worked out perfectly. Now I'll also throw some video up of what this looks like all lit up during one of our shows. But this thing was manufactured by a buddy of mine at work. He and his son own a metal fabrication shop here in town. And so he made this for me, and in total I think I spent $300 on this, which actually was not bad, because they had to do the whole design from scratch, put it on the machine, have the machine cut it and everything. So I'll give you a little tour of how this works out right now. I want to make sure that the wind is never going to take this anywhere, and so what I've designed here is, you see the claws here, and those just attach more or less to the shingles on the roof, and they're going to ensure that this thing never ever budges, and that doesn't. In the 3 years I've had this star, it has never moved a single inch in our horrendous winds. I highly recommend installing this feature should you decide to make one for yourself. The star is designed to do a few things that are pretty unique. First of all, I have this latched on and secured in an upright, not quite a 90-degree angle right now. It's probably about a, I don't know, 85-degree angle. But I have this designed based upon where I want to put it on my roof every year. I can change the pitch of it. I can have it leaning forward if I want. I'm not quite sure what I ever need that for, but I can change the pitch on it. So the reason why I want it designed like this is if I ever move and the pitch of my roof is going to change with the new house, and I don't know how I'm going to need it. So I wanted it designed the first time. I only wanted to buy this one time. It was only about 300 bucks to get this designed, but still it's $300. I wanted to do it right the first time. So if I ever move, which inevitably I probably will, I don't know what the pitch of my roof's going to look like, and I want to be able to use this in the next house. So I want to have a few things that allow me to do different designs with it. And you can see down here I have different holes, and it's just a nut and bolt system. Bam, not going anywhere. The other system I have, I'll show you real quick. Another unique aspect of this star that I had built into it is I want the ability to change the pitch on it. So with just a 1/4 inch nut, or a bolt rather. I won't screw that in all the way, but you can change the pitch of this. I'll show you what that is from the other side. The ability to change pitch on this is important for a couple of reasons. Number one, like I mentioned before, is if I ever move, I don't know what the pitch of my new Roflex is going to be. So I have the ability to change this, can do some good for me. Secondly, this might be a unique way because of the pitch. For animation, I might want to buy an identical star like this, and I won't be able to switch them out to have them kind of go back and forth for animation, look like they're moving a little bit. But I just wanted to have that ability. Another neat aspect of having it like this is it gives me the ability to kind of change my show a little bit without having to buy any new props. I can tilt it and change the pitch of this star, and my customers, the folks in party buses or on foot or who drive by on their cars with their families, they think, hey, look at that star, he changed it up a little bit, it's different this year. So it just gives you a different aspect, you have the ability to change things up is what I mean. You can change this to several different pitches. Take this bolt out, go down even one. You know, you can kind of see what it's doing here. I have 40 different degrees I can do it at. And then finally, obviously flat. So it kind of gives me options is what it does. And as an animator, you want as many options as you can, especially to have the ability to have a prop that can change itself from year to year and give the mirage, if you will, of it being a brand new prop without having to spend more money on anything. It's kind of neat. So how do you install the lights? Earlier I said I install C7. C7s are actually for the gravity feed, which I'll throw a quick video up. I like the C9s better on my star because they can just screw on. I'll show you here what I mean. These bulb toppers just pull off. And it just screws on in to the side, bam. It's real easy. These things just never move. Works out very well for us. Had I known the C9s would screw on like this, I would never would have put the gravity system in, or this teardrop system in, if you will, because this is very noticeable actually from the street when you just look at it. And I'd rather it not have been in there. The circles or the holes, I would have just gone with that rather. But without doing all 50 of them, because it does take about 20 minutes to put them all in there and screw them all on, you can see these bulbs are not going to move, especially when they're all installed, they're all taut, they don't move at all. You can sit there and they won't even budge an eighth of an inch. So this is a really great system for us. You can see this is just yellow Rust-Oleum paint. I put on here just spray paint, just duct tape the sides, or not duct tape, but you mask tape the sides, that way there's no overspray. Spray it on. And originally the first year I had this was just filled with glitter. You know, put the paint on and then really quickly throw on some gold glitter. And I thought that would just be cool. The front of our house sits towards the west, so I thought at sundown it'd be real nice and glaring. The glitter really didn't do a whole lot. It did a little bit, I guess, but you remember that the props look neat and colorful during the daytime, but at night it's about the lights, it's about the lit display. So yeah, the glitter didn't do a whole lot for us, but it's kind of neat during the daytime because it does sparkle and shimmer and shine. So when folks drive by or walk by during the daytime, when the lights are obviously off, it does look kind of neat, but the glitter was just kind of a waste of time. It doesn't add anything to your show at night. Thanks for watching this episode of Christmas on Crestline and our large Christmas prop display about our Christmas star here. If you have any questions about how this is made, or you want me to go in greater detail about something that maybe I just touched on, don't forget to leave it down in the comments below and I'll be certain to answer that. And in the description of this video, I'll put where I actually had this made at. There's a company here in Wichita. They just opened up a new storefront in our Old Town district. So if you live in the Kansas area or Wichita area and you want this exact thing made, they can knock it out for you. They still have the blueprints on file, or how it's made, I guess. I don't know what it's called, blueprints, I'll say, for lack of a better word. But yeah, so I appreciate you watching this. This year we're going to be doing some weather testing here in the next few months as well, so watch out for those videos. And by weather testing, it's the off season right now, so we want to test our products to make sure, our new products, to make sure they're going to last in winter. So we'll all be taking some brand new product, freezing that, and seeing what works in the ice, because as we all know, when the weather gets bad, we want to make sure our product doesn't need to be replaced when the weather's negative outside and snowing and blowing wind. you want to make sure it's going to work through those conditions before you put it up. So watch out for those videos in the next few months. So yeah, Charlie from here, Christmas on Crestline. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time, guys.